Hello and welcome, friends. My name is Casey, and I am going to be guiding you through a very brief tutorial on props. So the prop I'm introducing today is the bolster. And if you practice with me on Insight Timer, or maybe you are following my recordings of Insight Timer on YouTube, you will know that I frequently, most always, begin on a bolster. So I use this as a prop to sit on. So I'm going to show you how that looks. I'm going to bring the bolster flat side to the center of the yoga mat and take a cross-legged position. So the use of the bolster allows the pelvis to be neutral. So when we come to a comfortable seat, we want to think of our pelvis like a cereal bowl. We don't want any milk spilling out the front or the back. So this allows our pelvis to be nice and even from left to right and front to back. So that's what we are working to achieve when we come to a comfortable seat in Sukhasana, or easy pose. So taking that seat, you press down your sitting bones into the bolster and you allow the crown of your head to rise towards the sky. And then relax the shoulders, down your back, away from your ears. And then maybe turn the palms up towards the sky in receiving mode. So this is one use of a bolster. The next use I'm going to show you, number 2, is child's pose. So you come off the bolster, come to hands and knees, just briefly, and then bring the big toes together and then separate your knees. Separate your knees enough to bring the bolster in between the knees. It's going to get nice and snuggly with it, and you're going to bring yourself over the bolster. You can take your arms around the bolster, or maybe just gently tuck the fingertips underneath and turn your head to one side. And forever how long, whatever length you choose to stay in your child's pose, make sure you either double it or divide it in half and then turn your head the other way as well. Good. One final posture I'm going to show you with a bolster is an inversion, and it's one of the most common ones of downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So for this, I'm just going to move my bolster towards the top of my mat, coming to hands and knees, walking my hands slightly in front of my shoulders, curling the toes under, lifting my hips up and back, and then working to find my forehead on the bolster. So this is a really nice support if you're coming into downward facing dog and you just need a little head support. Again, the prop of the bolster is going to make you work harder in the posture. It's going to allow you to stay longer, or it's just giving you a little boost. So never think of your props as like the enemy. Think of your props as helpers. And it doesn't mean that you are inferior or you just can't do the pose or you're bad at yoga. That is definitely not what props are for. I've been practicing for a very long time and I use my props every single practice. I really hope this tip helps you and shows you different ways to use your props. And don't be afraid to experiment a little bit. Have a great rest of your day, and don't forget to drink your water.